Have you ever wondered why some people seem unstoppable, while others give up at the first sign of difficulty? What if I told you that success has nothing to do with talent or luck, but everything to do with one secret ingredient: grit? Picture this. You're standing at the starting line of a race. Next to you is someone who's faster, stronger, and more naturally gifted. But here's the twist. You win the race not because you're more talented, but because you refuse to quit. That's the power of grit, and it's a game changer. Today, we're diving into Angela Duckworth's groundbreaking book, Grit: The Power of Passion and Perseverance. By the end of this video, you'll understand why grit matters more than talent, how to develop it, and how to apply it to achieve your wildest dreams. If you're ready to unlock your potential, stick around. You don't want to miss this. Angela Duckworth is a psychologist and professor who has spent decades researching success. Her work challenges one of the most deeply ingrained myths in our society, that success is all about talent. We love to romanticize the idea of natural-born geniuses or prodigies, but Duckworth's research reveals something surprising. Talent might open the door, but it's grit that gets you through it. So what exactly is grit? Duckworth defines it as a combination of passion and perseverance over the long haul. It's about staying committed to your goals, even when things get hard or boring. Grit isn't glamorous. It's about showing up day after day, even when motivation runs dry and progress feels slow. Let's start with one of the book's most important lessons. Talent isn't enough. We've all heard stories about brilliant athletes or artists who never lived up to their potential. Why? Because talent without effort leads nowhere. Duckworth emphasizes this with a simple yet powerful formula. Talent times effort equals skill. Skill times effort equals achievement. Notice how effort shows up twice in that equation. Effort is the multiplier that turns potential into results. Michael Phelps, for example, is often celebrated as the most talented swimmer of all time. But his talent alone didn't win him all those gold medals. It was his relentless training regimen, practicing every single day, even on Christmas mornings, that made him a legend. Talent might give you an edge, but grit is what keeps you in the game. Duckworth breaks grit into 4 key components that anyone can develop. The first is interest. Successful people are deeply interested in what they do. They don't just dabble or go through the motions. They find genuine excitement in their work. But here's the thing. Passion isn't always immediate. Sometimes it takes time and exploration to discover what truly lights you up. Duckworth suggests experimenting with different hobbies or subjects until something clicks. Passion grows with curiosity and commitment. The second component is practice. But not just any practice, deliberate practice. This means focusing on the areas where you struggle, pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone, and improving incrementally. It's not about doing what's easy or fun, it's about tackling your weaknesses head-on. Think about top musicians. They don't spend all their time playing songs they've already mastered. They zero in on the hard parts, the sections that trip them up, and they work on those deliberately. That's the kind of practice that builds grit. The third component is purpose. Purpose is what connects your work to something bigger than yourself. It's about feeling that what you do matters and contributes to the greater good. Duckworth found that people with a strong sense of purpose are far more likely to persevere through challenges than those who lack it. Take a moment to think about your own goals. Why do they matter? How do they make a difference in your life or in the lives of others? Finding your why is a powerful motivator. The final component of grit is hope. Hope is the belief that your efforts will pay off even in the face of setbacks. It's not blind optimism. It's the conviction that you have the power to influence your own destiny. Hope is what keeps you moving forward when the odds are stacked against you, and Duckworth explains. That hope is a skill that can be cultivated by reframing failures as opportunities to learn. Let me share some of the inspiring stories Duckworth highlights in the book. One of the most famous examples is the West Point Military Academy. Every year, new cadets go through Beast Barracks, a grueling 7-week training program designed to test their physical and mental limits. Surprisingly, the cadets who succeed aren't necessarily the strongest or fastest. They're the ones who refuse to quit, the ones who keep going even when it feels impossible. Another fascinating example comes from the National Spelling Bee. Duckworth studied what separated the champions from everyone else. It wasn't just intelligence. The winners were the ones who spent the most time preparing and practicing hundreds of hours to master complex words. That's grit in action. And let's not forget Will Smith, who famously said, "The only thing I see that is distinctly different about me is I'm not afraid to die on a treadmill. If we get on a treadmill together, one of two things is happening. Either you're getting off first or I'm going to die." That relentless work ethic is what makes him stand out. So how can you develop grit? Duckworth offers practical advice that anyone can follow. First, adopt a growth mindset. Believe that your abilities can be improved through effort and learning. Second, set stretch goals. Challenge yourself beyond what feels comfortable and aim high. Third, surround yourself with gritty people. Your environment with gritty people? Your environment matters more than you think. So seek out mentors, friends, or colleagues who inspire and push you to grow. Fourth, celebrate small wins. Progress fuels motivation. So acknowledge every step forward, no matter how small. If you're a parent or educator, you can also teach grit to the next generation. Encourage kids to focus on effort over outcomes. Praise them for their persistence rather than their results. And most importantly, model grit in your own life. Kids learn by watching the adults around them. Grit isn't just a book. It's a blueprint for unlocking your potential. It's a reminder that greatness isn't reserved for the naturally gifted or the lucky. It's for those who show up, work hard, and never give up. Imagine what you could accomplish if you committed to your goals with that level of determination. If this video resonated with you, hit and subscribe to the bookmark for more inspiring book reviews. Share this video with someone who could use a little extra grit in their life. And here's a question for you. What's one goal you've been putting off that you're ready to tackle with grit? Let me know in the comments below. Keep striving, keep growing, and stay gritty.